Chosen ones, empaths, and all the genuine souls. I need you to understand that this silence that may go on for a long time between you and the narcissist, whoever initiated it first, it doesn't really matter. But you're in that period of silence. I need you to understand that this is a huge cry for help from the narcissist. Don't give in to it. Their silence is filled with a loud cry of self-absorbed remorse. Okay, the narcissist knows now. If sometimes played out, the narcissist has had time to go around to new supplies. The best strategy now is for you to remain silent. Okay, because they're aware now. A lot of them are aware. You just, the knowing you have to have is from the get-go. Back when maybe you were discarded or ghosted, you should say, see ya, bye, I know what's going to happen to you. Because you have foresight. You can see beyond the veil. You can see beyond further than they can see. They didn't see that they were going down a bad path. They thought they were going down a good path. Okay? Now, they know they can't replace you. And they never will replace you. Alright? If you've let some time pass, the narcissist has been through the attempts to find a new supply. They've tried to turn a new supply into you. So it's not just romantic relationships, it's friendships as well. Okay? I actually had a friend and I saw what he was doing to someone new. And it's weird. Okay, they try to change these people into a particular role. Okay, so the narcissist, whoever this was in your life, a boss, a colleague, a friend, a romantic partner, family member, they've been through their attempts. So embrace this silence. This silence was very much needed. It's very much needed so the narcissist comes to the conclusion. Why do you want the narcissist to come to the conclusion? The reason I tell you that you want them to come to the conclusion is because it will provide you some knowing and some clarity, and it will provide you with some closure. Okay? You don't need them to tell you. You're with the information on this channel, on our channel here. If you use it appropriately, you take the bits that you can see from the moment you're ghosted or discarded. I know there's a lot of emotional realms to sort through, mental realms to sort through, but you have a conscious awareness that they're heading down a dark path, and at some point they're going to realize they can't replace you. This is not just because the narcissist is validating you by not being able to replace you and it makes you feel better. It doesn't, your worth is not determined because a narcissist can't replace you. You've got to embrace, like, this is a much bigger picture, and you are very influential in all aspects of life, in everyone's life that you're in. And you may be very quiet, you may be very recluse, but you're impactful. You circulate around people's minds. People think, what are you doing? Okay? These silence, people often know that you express yourself. And throughout your life, I believe, even if you're quiet, you express yourself. I hope you understand what I mean. Like, you may be very quiet, but you can, if you was having a one-to-one conversation with someone, you might express yourself. Okay? And a lot of these individuals, whether it is this particular narcissist, some other toxic people from your past, some friends, whoever, another narcissist who's a family member, whoever, they know that you express yourself. So a lot of them wait for you to bridge this gap, because I always say this, but you need to understand they don't know the way back in. Like, and someone commented saying, but why, Zion, if they know they're having a better life with us, why don't they just come back? Like, and I said to them, like, if you're in a mind state of, why don't they just come back? They're never gonna come back to you. All right. It's when you're getting on with your life. Like, look at the. All right. Let's drift out from the narcissist for a moment. Have you ever had a friend or someone that you was from school or someone you didn't want to see, and you was in public and you saw them and you're like, oh God. Like, have you ever had that? Have you ever had that feeling? That's how you need to be towards these narcissists. Like, that's where you're going to get to. You're going to be at that place, and that's when they're most likely to pop back up. They're going to be that annoying person that pops up, either with technology like phones or social media or whatever, or in person, or you're just going to bump into them and you're not going to want to see them. Okay. Honestly, it's the silence speaks for itself. Narcissists are always doing something, whether if it's manipulation, a lot of it involves vocabulary, a lot of it involves talking. So narcissists will use silence because they're thinking what to do, they're ruminating about what to do, and they think it's hurting you. Okay? Like, friends or whoever, like, leaving you out, not phoning you, not responding to your messages. People think it hurts you. Alright? And this is why I encourage, like, narcissists and other toxic individuals, toxic friends, toxic family members, other narcissists, whatever, right? They use your nature against you. So many of you have asked questions to the narcissist in person or in messages, and you don't get the response, not that you want, but you don't even get a response. Or they've done this a lot of the times, which has led them to think that this silence will bridge the gap between you and them. Okay, so they'll do this silence, and what I encourage all of you to do, especially those of you that have children perhaps with narcissists, is learn to speak in statements. All right, do it with friends as well. Have you ever had a toxic friend that's like doesn't respond? When you speak in statements, it actually takes people off guard. Okay, you want say you wanted to meet up with them, or you're checking what they're doing. A friend. This is going off the topic of narcissism. I'm trying to say this will work in the future when you speak in statements with people. Basically, you don't expect a response when you speak in a statement, or you're not asking a question and feeling in a way because someone doesn't respond to you. See, a narcissist can hurt your feelings, or your friend can hurt your feelings, or whoever can hurt your feelings, family member can hurt your feelings because they're not responding to you. If you say, I'd like to meet up, please let me know a time that you're available. So polite, so it might sound too what's the word, like formal, but I'm just saying, I'd like to meet up soon. Hope you're well. Please let me know when you're available. This puts the power in your hands. You're actually controlling them now. Now, this individual, this friend, thinks in their head, oh, I've got to get back to them. I've got to get back to them. They might be busy as well, but they'll get back to you at some point. But you know, once you've sent that message or you've released it, you see, it's much harder to do it in your natural inclination of speech. It's much harder to do. But all I'm saying is, don't do this to the narcissist, like speaking in statements after everything you've been through and everything like that. They're gone. But for the future, learn how to speak in statements. The only reason I believe that you should still be speaking to the narcissist is perhaps if you're still enmeshed in some kind of family situation, and you might have to speak in statements or use statements towards them, or if you have a child with a narcissist. And I would say, like, if they're not coming to see your child, or they're away with their new supplier, they're doing these things, and it's hard for you, you hear these videos on silence, the best thing you can do is speak in statements. And by you speaking in statements, like, instead of saying, are you coming to pick up our daughter today or son today, you say, I'd like you to spend some time with so and so. Please, I'd like you to spend some time with so and so, because you haven't in a long time. If they don't respond, you know what it is, but you're not expecting a response. You're speaking a statement. Now, if you think of, like, this isn't egotistical, but like generals in the army, or ancient times, kings and pharaohs and maybe even prophets, right, would have spoke in statements, because they're, like, not controlling, but they're the leader of a group of people. So they're setting instructions, and that's what it's like you're doing. So I know this video is a bit off the topic, right? But this is the sole truth. Okay, you speak directly to their soul. It cuts out the bullshit. It cuts out all of that. So I need you to understand that the narcissist is in a place now. They have woke up that they can't have you. Many of you are probably like, if something happens where the narcissist, you do speak to them again, and please only use statements. Don't ask them more questions. Why did you hurt me like that? You could say something like, you hurt me. I don't want to be around you any longer. I don't want to do that. Like, no. Telling people, no, I can't do that. I don't want to do that. Like, these sorts of things are powerful things, right? Like, and it's not in the nature of the empath chosen one, a genuine soul. So it's like, you have to train yourself. So just embrace that their silence now is filled with a loud cry of self-absorbed remorse. They're thinking over the things about how they handled it wrong. They're pissed at their current situation. They're really pissed at their current situation. The narcissist knows that you will not be replaced. They have that awareness. So I want to encourage those of you that are at a vulnerable stage in your journey, just have the vision, like, you're not going to be replaced. They can put someone in your place. They can flaunt it in your face. They can hang out with a bunch of friends and make you feel like an outsider. They can leave you out of things. They can do all of that. They will have the self-absorbed remorse because they won't be able to get the same energy that they got from you, or support, or love, or care, or dedication. And they won't get this wherever they go. I assure you. Okay, I assure you. So many of you are in the silent period now. I might put out a poll. Yes, I will put out a poll, because I need to get an awareness. Maybe I'll do it on the main channel. So I don't know if you watch the main channel, but I'll put out a poll. No, maybe I won't. I think I've gauged it enough. A lot of you are in the silent period. Many of you are in the silent period, off and on again, things like that. Don't let the silence be uncomfortable for you. It's uncomfortable for them, but like, you should really find it liberating and freeing. And it's not a place that you need to feel uncomfortable in the silence. You just have to adopt the awareness that whether they know now already in your current situation, or it's going to be further down the line, they're going to realize eventually at some point that they can't replace you. They're going to realize it. I believe it happens pretty quickly soon. Pretty quickly. but some of you don't see it yet. So it will happen. They will realize that, but I think it's because so many of you are waiting for the narcissist to tell you that they're thinking this. And that's why I'm trying to get you to understand what the silence is all about. It is a loud cry. It is a scream for help. It is a game of chase. They expect you to contact them. They expect you to bridge the gap because you've done it so many times in the past. You've given them the benefit of the doubt. You've overlooked their toxicity. They expect you to do that because then it keeps them in control. So just like you can use a statement to be powerful or silence to be powerful, the narcissist is trying to use silence to be powerful, and you have to see through that and see it is just a cry for help. So anyway, thanks for listening today. I really appreciate the support. Please book a session if you'd like to. You may donate or support to the channel if you want to. Check out the main channel for more content. My podcast is on Spotify. All links you need in the description box below. So anyway, I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.